this is Tanushree Pant, and this is a video of my first trip of 2024, which was also surprisingly my very first trip without my parents. It was just me and my mosi for a week in Uttrakhand. We actually got there by bus, which was a really new happening for me because I've never traveled such a long distance through a bus. And it won't be a lie if I say that the entire trip was full of experience and new adventures and stuff that I've never done before. So I would say that it was a really fun and a pleasurable trip. So here we were actually waiting for our second bus, and in that process I was famishing. Therefore we went to a nearby dhaba, and not even lying, the food was really bad. But the view was nice, so yeah. Anyways, we then finally arrived at our destination, which was my grandparents' house. Good morning from the mountains, everyone. After a lot of hustle bustle the previous day, this was a very relaxing and a calming morning. The birds chirping along with the gentle breeze carrying the sweet scent of flowers. I know it sounds dramatic, but it felt like it at that moment. This is my grandpa's farm in which he grows all kinds of fruits and vegetables. And I was just surveying on which fruit or vegetable is ready to eat, but there were none at that moment. Guys, we're at my grandpa's farm. Mango tree. Wait. Mango tree, guys. After a quick tour of the farm, we had a breakfast, which was the best because my grandpa made it. We got ready to go out. We were heading to Devprayag, which is a confluence of two rivers, Alaknanda and Bhagirathi. And we've actually been here n number of times since I was a kid, because every time we visit our grandparents, it is just an unspoken rule that we have to visit Devprayag. I mean, it's approximately 8 kilometers away from our home, and the place is just so pretty and beautiful. It leaves you in awe, and it'll make you want to sit down and just revel in the soothing sound of the river current. After touring the place and clicking a bajillion pictures, like we haven't already been here more than 1,000 of times, we headed to the shore to do puja, but it started getting a little sunny, so we had a glass of soda, which I obviously forgot to film. And after that, we finally decided on going back home. Upon reaching home, I had my lunch, and then I took a tight nap. And after that, my grandpa baked this yummy cake, which we actually had planned on baking together, but then he got super impatient because I was sleeping the whole time, and he baked it himself. But it was yummy, so I guess that's what matters, right? And that is how we successfully completed our first full day of our trip. On the second day, well, technically the third, in the morning we visited the temple, which is located just below our house. And the temple is situated alongside the river bank, so we did the puja and after that spent some time beside the river. I just sat there for minutes, mesmerized by the sight of the sun dancing along the water and listening to the current. It just made me so calm and happy that I cannot even describe it with words right now. After that, we crossed a bridge, clicked some pictures, and then went back home because we were starving after all that trek. I'm not even kidding, these were the best grapes I've ever had. I mean, they were so sweet that I had a bowl of them, and the next day I had an upset stomach, so yeah. Also, sorry for not introducing this distinguished woman before. This is Ruby. Let's go. I just woke up. Yeah. Wow. Which one is the flower? After waking up from a long nap, I started craving for lassi, so we decided on going out and getting one. Therefore, we marched towards a nearby store, which is a kilometer away, like more than a kilometer away, and they didn't have lassi. So we just came to our nearest shop from our home, which is 1 kilometer away. Okay, and we came for some cold drinks and all, but कॉफी नहीं मिली. सच में क्या इतना बुरा लग रहा है मुझे. हम घर वापस जा रहे हैं. As I mentioned earlier, I wasn't really feeling well this day because I had an upset stomach, but here's Ruby cheering me up, and that really helped me. After having a light breakfast, we were set off for Srinagar because over there is a temple called Dhari Devi, which is built right in the middle of the river Alaknanda. I've been to this place twice before, but I wanted to show it to my mosi. So therefore we caught a bus in the morning, made it to the temple, did our puja, explored around the temple and clicked a hell lot of pictures, which never turned out great. But I did film this video, which actually turned out super cute. I was actually trying to recreate one of those videos on Instagram where the influencers write heavy motivational quotes with those super cool color grading skills. We also saw these boats. I think it's called pontoon boats or something. They were looking really cool, so I just looked at my mosi and she was like, let's go ride it. And I think this wouldn't have been the case if I was with my parents, because they're more like safety over adventure. Nonetheless, I had so much fun this day, even though I was sick. After a while, we took a taxi home, took a brief nap, and then we're off to a village called Bharpur, where there is a school where my papa pursued his education. I filmed a lot of that place, but I'm really sorry to tell you that while transferring the file, a few files got lost and these were the only videos that were remaining. But I'll give you a little insight. We actually didn't have the keys to go inside the school, so we jumped the fences and got in, but realized that there's CCTV cameras over there, so we ran out after looking around for a while. On the fourth day, well, precisely the 5th, we left our grandparents' house, which is also my dad's hometown, which I might not have mentioned before. We were off to my mother's hometown. It was a long journey of one bus, one rickshaw, 4 taxis, because both of their native places are on totally opposite side of the state. I got really bored during the first half, so listened to this playlist that I created before coming to the trip. But the second half was very amazing because I saw a spectacular view of great mountains and the air started to get a little cooler, which made me really happy and I was really excited. However, I was really tired from traveling the entire day, so I decided to have a little snack at the market and then just put my camera down for the day. Welcome to the last day of the trip. This was one of the most beautiful and tranquil mornings of my life. Our day started off by us exploring my mama's school, where she studied up until 5th grade and then continued her further studies in Delhi. Actually, we came here because my mosi had some work in the area, but I just took that as an excuse and looked around the area in the meantime. With a breathtaking view of the mountain range and a pine tree forest just right behind the school, I'll actually not lie that I found this place better than my dad's one. No, I'm just kidding. I roamed around the place for a bit and played with this little fur ball. And also, never have I ever in my life seen so many pretty roses in just a single branch. I just could not get over how beautiful this place was and kept taking out my camera to make videos and click pictures of the place. We got back home, played with this furry, had our breakfast, packed our bags, booked our taxi, and then my mosi suggested why not just go and hang out in the waterfall for some time before we actually leave for home. It's called Dhokane, and this place is really gorgeous with cold water flowing down from the mountains, the birds chirping, but that's not even the best part. You know what is? It's seriously in the middle of the woods. Humongous mountains and trees surrounding the waterfall with crystal clear water, this place has become a tourist spot. This is me acting awkward because my mosi said she's filming me. Standing in the ice cold water but feeling the warm sun rays on my skin, I just cannot express that feelings in words. I genuinely cannot get over the beauty of this place and how I did not feel stressed at that moment. We played there for hours and clicked a lot of pictures, spotted some really pretty stones, and also found fishes which were camouflaged by the watercolor. I'm sure you cannot see that. And as I mentioned before, because it is a tourist place, they of course built a hotel/restaurant over there. So we just sat down, dried our clothes, and soaked in the last bits of our trip. Oh, okay, we went to another temple. So I'm not even kidding while telling you that I have actually lost my count on how many temples have I visited in this trip, but it's for the best and I'm not complaining, I'm grateful. So I'm afraid that we have finally made it to the end of our first summer adventure of the year. Here's to the moments that took my breath away and the stories I'll always cherish. Thank you for being a part of the video and watching until the end. I'll see you soon in my next great adventure. Until then, stay safe. Bye-bye.